I'd like to extend appreciation also to the board for being willing to step into the flow of expansion that I hear that's going on. So I extend appreciation to you as well. And to each of you that are here, I extend appreciation to you as well. Because this is your sacred space, and I'm just passing through. And your presence here today says to me that you know it's your sacred space, and that you honor it with your presence. That in spite of this not being Nicole standing here or someone familiar to you, that you showed up in your sacred space to receive what the presence has for you to hear. And I just encourage you to continue to show up in your sacred space. And even if the face isn't familiar, you'll probably find that the message will be to your heart and to your spirit. So I honor you. I appreciate your presence in this sacred space. I just want to stop by to remind you of how powerful and magnificent you are. I just wanted to remind you that as the children were leaving and you were singing, "You are walking as a light," I thought that's it. Each of you, each of us, we are all walking as a light. And I want you to remember that. This whole preparation, as I heard with Advent for Christmas, is to become more and more aware of who you are. To live that, to act that, to breathe that, to operate and stand in that in all situations, at all times. When you're at the gym, when you're in the grocery store, the 12 items or lessons, and I don't speak to I need your light. When you're in traffic, when they cut you off, when you're in the board meeting, when you're at work, wherever you are walking as the light. It's not them, whoever you think the them is. You are, each of you are walking as the light throughout the world. The scripture said, you are the light of the world. And what the Jesus the Christ principle within us and that consciousness simply wants us to wake up to that more and more and more and live as that. Operate from that. Allow that to be what guides and directs our interactions and our actions. So remember that. That's all I came by to remind you of how powerful you are. But sometimes we forget there's this gravitational pull that can move us into being distracted from the truth of who we are. It may be fear, it may be worry, it may be this thing that they're calling recession or the economy. All of that can pull us to the point that we forget just how magnificent we are, how powerful we are. We forget that you were made in the image, I was made in the image and likeness of the presence of God. Now, I created this thing about 5 years ago in my church. I'd come to church and people would talk. They would sit and listen and I would talk and I would send in energy and they would just kind of sit and they would leave. And so I decided that, it's really important that you understand that I'm sending you divine energy and the part that you get the place that you send me energy. But at the same time, that as I ask you questions and I talk to you, you get to talk back to me as well. So there's this exchange that's going on and you get to actually be a part of that. So I want you to remember that you are the light of the world. So why don't you just take a moment and see if you can embrace that as an affirmation to simply say, I am. I am. I am. I am. Walking as the light. As the light. Now let's get clear. Where are we doing that? Everywhere. Everywhere. In the grocery store? Yes. At work? Yes. On the freeway? Yes. Shopping in the store? Yes. Everywhere. Everywhere. I am. Walking as the light. As the light. Because you're clear that you're made in the image and likeness of your presence, which means you were made ultimately whole, perfect, and complete. Yes? Yes. 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 You are at the core of your being, you and your consciousness. You're just energy. You're just vibrating. So when you activate your light, you vibrate at a higher vibration. And that's what Advent and Christmas is all about. Is us stepping into activating within us this magnificent light that we are. Not just for the 25th, because that's just a day they just picked. I hope you know that. But that you do it every single day. You pick a day, tomorrow, the next day, and pick it to be that light. That you live in that you operate in that you be that. But on Christmas, it just gets to be an explosive, magnificent light that unfolds. Because there's a festival of light. There's a celebration of you. The celebration is of you, of the God of Christ consciousness within you. Yes, it's of what we were taught from 2+ years, from 2,000 with us years ago, but it's about you. You. Celebrating. And it's a wonderful time of the year. Thanksgiving is my most favorite holiday, but Christmas is just exciting. You have Hanukkah and the candles for the menorah. You have Kwanzaa and the candles for the Kinnara. And then in the midst of those two, you got Christmas. And I've come to realize that it's not just simply the light within us, but when we're putting up our Christmas lights, it's really an extension, the symbolism of the light within us shining without. And I was driving down the street the other day and I thought, wow, what will the world be like when we don't put up any outside lights? To symbolize the light within us. So that we just drive through the streets and it's just dark. Would that symbolize the darkness of something within us? So keep that in mind when you're doing maybe your Baja Boat thing and you're like, I want to put up Christmas lights and all that stuff. It only costs $1.99 at Target, like the night before Christmas. And just light up your homes because of the light within you. It's just symbolism. It's just an extension of the light within you. So let me talk about activating the light within and radiating that. There's 2 or 3 things I want to talk about doing that. Jimmy said that, and thank you, Jimmy, and thank you, Don, and thank you, Don. Also, just absolutely wonderful energy. One of the first things I want you to be taught is have a greater awareness of who you are and live that. That's when you begin to activate that light. And as he said, you do that through your prayer on a regular basis, your meditation on a regular basis, sitting in the silence and stillness on a regular basis. Turning off the phone, and you can help me with this list. Turn off the TV. Turn off the computer. Turn off iPods. Turn off, if you have children, you've got Xbox and Xbox and PlayStation. Just turn it all off. But most importantly, what you want to do is turn off the chatter that's going on in your mind. And you want to get still. And you want to be still. And begin to allow that light within you. It's never extinguished, know that. It's inexhaustible. For it's the light that brought you into expression and divine being. So it's always there, simply waiting for you to become more aware of it. We get so caught up on this physical form that I'm calling you to go in deeper within and sit in the stillness and just say truly to yourself, I am walking as a light. What does that mean? What does that feel like? And allow that to vibrate within you, into your awareness, into your consciousness. Because it's right there within you, just waiting for you to pay attention to it. That's all. So expand your awareness of who you are beyond what you see with your eyes and physically. And then the next thing I want you to do is move into this divine energy of appreciation. Now, we have heard about gratitude. And it was Abraham, if you know Abraham, channeled through Esther and Jerry Hicks, that talked about gratitude is wonderful. It's a place for us to start. Being grateful for everything that we have.